Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be building a modern house that has some interesting windows upstairs, because I was looking for builds, looking for inspiration, and I found a build that had some like, I don't know how to describe them, but they had like wooden slats over the actual like window pane, and they kind of stuck out at an angle and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. So we are doing a house that has that, and it's modern, it's quite big as well, and it's super super fun. It's got some different styles and everything. So these are the little slats that we've got, so they're all at like angles. I've also made this house sort of very angular and linear as well, just to add into all the lines and stuff that we've got going on. So the actual house itself kind of changes in how it is at the moment, because all I could see from the picture I was working from was like one side of the build, so I was like having to work out what the rest of the build was like and how everything fitted together, because we've got working on a diagonal in The Sims is a bit annoying in on a good day, but if we've got extra angles and windows that stick out and stuff, so it's all about trying to figure everything out, which is interesting and fun in a build as well, especially if you haven't built for like a week or so. So yes, it was good to get back into it. Also, trying to figure out the roof on this building, damn, it was hard, because it's all at different angles, and we have the triangle bits that stick out as well, so had to use a combination of roofs and of the half walls as well to make it look reasonable and I was going to say respectable, but any build is respectable. I have no idea. It's a Sunday. I'm tired. Because I have had a fun Friday night when someone offers you to buy coffee, and you're like, yeah, I'll have a coffee, I'm super tired, and you forget that when you have coffee it keeps you up all night, and then you are still lying awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think, anyway. I did eventually get some sleep, but I have told myself that I am never having a caffeinated coffee ever again because of that. So if I am extra slow while building this build, it was because I had no sleep whatsoever. And of course, everyone loves to message you when you're trying to build as well, so that's always fun. So we can see a little bit of the windows a bit closely now. So we've got like 3 like layers to the window. We've got the little paneled bit that kind of acts as a blind, and then we've got the full height windows, but like the thin ones to let some extra light in, and then we have windows behind as well, which also make it so that there's extra stuff going on. Then in the center bit there's a big like supporting like middle section that we have windows all the way to the top to let as much light come through, and we have our staircase here as well, and it builds some stuff up so it's all supported, but I couldn't have it fully open because we have all the wind. The building itself like hangs over the ledge, and so we couldn't have it fully all the way down like all the windows, but it still has the same effect. On the top we have a nice wood paneling to go with our wood paneling over the windows, then on the bottom we've just got nice white render. Also got lots of windows at the bottom as well, because I wanted to make it as though you could open up all the windows, which would be amazing if we had bifolds in The Sims, or like sliding windows. But I did remember that we had sliding doors from the island living stuff, so make sure we've got that door downstairs And we have 4 rooms downstairs. We've got a nice big open living area which you can use your imagination, and you can open the living room all the way along to make it like inside outside living space. So we're going for concrete floors down here, and some wooden ones in like the offshoot rooms, which is like a little office and a bathroom. And we're using some bright colours, some blues, yellows and oranges about the place downstairs, at least, just to bring in some real bright colour, because I wanted to keep all the walls and everything nice and minimal and use our colour downstairs anyway in the furniture. So we've got this nice big living room. It could hold, this build could actually house like 9 or 10 Sims with the amount of bedrooms we have in the end, and double beds and stuff like that. So you're supposed to entertain, have lots of Sims in this house, and make it a lively space. Especially it'd be really good for parties if you like deleted the walls in the living room and opened it up, put a bar there and all sorts of stuff like that. So putting in our decorative objects, trying to pick out the same colours in everything, so we've got a lot of blues going on, and obviously putting some plants and stuff in as well. Used just like the blinds from all the curtains. I think curtains from Get Famous to suggest that you would be able to pull across the entire curtain and like draw it in, because you don't want Sims walking past, like staring into your completely open living room. And got to use quite a lot of the tiny living stuff in this build as well. So I think it is one of my favourite packs for just stuff, and it's new still. I'm sure once we get another pack, whatever that may be, I will be using that one all the time. Except I don't know whether I'm going to get the arts and crafts one, because it's not really me. I'm not really into the granny kind of knitting sort of stuff. I wanted Happy Haunts because I wanted to do an entire let's play with being Zach Bagan and going ghost hunting. If you've ever watched our Ghost Adventures, then that's what I wanted to do as a let's play. And just have ridiculous like builds of hospitals that were haunted and all sorts of stuff like that. But no, sadly the Sims community do not appreciate having ghosts and all that sort of stuff, because ghosts don't actually really do anything in The Sims. So it would have been a nice thing to like have some ghosts that could go haunt people and stuff like that, and your Ouija board and communicating with the dead and all that sort of stuff. But you know, that's how it rolls with community stuff. Hopefully we get something like that soon. We've done our what's it called, our study, and we are now on to our bathroom, which has a custom shower, which is quite big because it's a big space. We've got a double sinks, we've got a bath in here as well, and it's nice tucked away. You use the blinds in these back rooms just to make it a little bit more private, and obviously you can pretend that you can open the blinds as well to make it a little bit more unprivate. And I was trying to find a plant to go at the bottom, and then it's like there wasn't one that had like a nice little shelf thing. I don't know what I was trying to look for. I just wanted a long planter that wasn't like huge, so I had to scale something down, but the shadow looked really odd on some of them, so it was really hard to find one. We've got entranceway, which is quite fun. It's a little bit more interesting because we've got these we've got a pillar under the stairs, so you could kind of hide things away from view. Like we've got our little broom and the decoration box under there as well, so you don't automatically see it. And I also cover the whole with loads of plants as well. We've got a few seats about the place, so you could sit down and sort of wait for someone, or you could pop your shoes and stuff on as well in the nice blue colour, and it also means the stairs the stairs are a little bit more integrated, and we got a little side table as well to throw keys and all that sort of good stuff in the hallway. It's a hallway. In the kitchen, I thought I'd go for the black and white theme for the walls, so using the Discover University wallpaper in the render to just make it a little bit more different from the living room, which is just white. And it's a kitchen as well, so you can kind of imagine the black lines being like the little tiles that you get behind the work surfaces and stuff like that. So we're going for black and blue, because I was looking through these and they're supposed to match with the things, but there's not a black option, so I thought we would go for a blue option. And we've got the lighter colours as well, which kind of helps when we put some of the furniture in. And I wanted to have a nice big island and have it so we have like the sinks opposite the cooker, and there's enough like workspace for preparation and all that sort of stuff that the Sims need to do. We also picked out the blue colour on the coffee maker and the chairs. I wish the chairs were a little bit lighter to go with the same wood as the little shelves, but they're close enough, and they have the blue as well. And we're going very thematical in here with the blue. And we also have a dining table as well, which is just a nice glass one with black legs, and then using the blue chairs again, which have some yellow in it, and then we've got some blue lights as well. It's just very blue in here, just to match with the same colours that we've got going on in the living area. And a plant, and we've got extra space as well in here, so you could entertain some Sims. You could replace the little pots, the plate shelves, with a bar and have stuff like that in there as well. So upstairs we have so many bedrooms. This is the master bedroom, and then we have 2 rooms next to that, and then on the other side we have a double bed. We have 2 double beds, and in the middle we have our bathroom and laundry room as well. So we have everything that you may need. So this is our master bedroom. We're going for a dark blue sort of theme in here. I was trying to pick out some wall art for the blue colours, but also ones that brought in some extra colour as well. We've got built-in wardrobes, and we've got a freestanding one as well. And we also have this nook, which at first I thought it'd be quite nice as like a vanity area, sort of getting ready area, but then there wasn't a desk to fit the same wood colour, which annoys me so much sometimes. So we went for the little desk next to the window, and we used that as our vanity area. And then we're going to turn the little nook into a seating and TV chill out area, so whoever owns this house, they can come here and escape from downstairs, especially if you have got like 8 Sims in this house. You kind of need some extra space to kind of chill out and get away from everyone now and again. So we've got one of the wall TV units in the same blue colour, and then I was seeing if we could fit a bookshelf there, but there's not quite enough room. And then we've just got one sofa in the blue colours as well. And I can't remember what I put there yet. We put I think a lamp and a little side table, or was it a flower? I think we put a plant and a side table and a picture. Oh no, we do put the lamp. There we go. We have a lamp and our side table and our picture as well, with some few bits and bobs. So it's their own little living room, just tucked away, and it's round from everywhere else as well, so it's gonna be super quiet in there. Then you also have a giant ensuite bathroom as well, which has a shower and a bath in, which I think mostly every bathroom does. So there's like three bathrooms in this build, or slightly more than that. no, I think there's four. I think there's four bathrooms because one of the other double bedrooms has a bathroom as well. So next to this we have a kids' room. So this is a long, thin room because we got the windows at the back, and it's a little bit of a depressing room, but they've got other space about the place to like spread out. Kind of mainly just for them to sleep sleep in. So we've got the bed down by the window. I was debating whether we put the bed right by the window or whether we have it off to the side. I thought because the Sims are normally fussy about how they get into beds and stuff, so I thought it'd be best to put it next to the wall. And then I was trying to find some curtains that actually fit with the windows that we have, even though we don't really need them, but I thought it'd be quite nice if they did want to ever close the windows or anything at night, especially. Then they have some options. So we've got a few toys and bits and bobs in here, and we've obviously got a bookcase, and we've got a desk as well. So they've got plenty of things to occupy them in here, especially they can bring them downstairs and use all the wonderful open floor space as well. But it's also quite a dark room as well. We've gone for like a brown on the walls to match all the like rusty tones that we've got in the furniture, and throwing up some of the wall decals and stuff to make it look as though it's just nice and been personalized. We're going for some white floorboards in the bedrooms just to lighten it up, because using dark floorboards always makes it quite dark, obviously, because they're dark, because sometimes your attention's brought downwards rather than actually up into the room, and you don't really you want it to look as though you've got more space than you actually have. So having some nice light walls and floors does help. Then this is our second bedroom, so this is like a pinky peach kind of room. We've got our built-in wardrobes again, but a little bit more like not aged, but a bit more traditional looking. They've got a few knocks and stuff in it, and we've got a few products and stuff on there. Getting ready table, but we've also got like a fun mirror, and pretending that the poof is their little seat, even though it's not, but it does fit quite nicely underneath the desk. And going for lots of pinks and yellows in here just to make it look nice and sort of thematical again. And this room also has a guitar and performing area that's in here, so you can imagine they're a musical sim, so they've got their little setup, and you could probably they've got a camera and stuff, so you could always put the tripod up there and kind of done a little set for them so they could record themselves, put themselves out there on SimTube or something like that to try and get them some views. Then we got for you some nice yellow light walls in there, so quite a nice light bright bedroom. And then this is our third double bedroom now, so this is going to be a purpley and darker tone room. So I was going to put in some built-in wardrobes here, but because it's on a diagonal, it just wouldn't play ball. So that is a tiny little ensuite. So that one's just got a shower and a toilet in it, and then we've got the door off to the side, but it makes the room sort of split into two areas. And this sim is a art sim, so they've got a few of like canvas illustrations against the wall. They've got an easel and a little the paintings, the little object that has all the drawers and all the paint stuff on top. So you can think of them as a creative sim. So we're putting in all our purple. We've got the poof again, and we're going slightly, I wouldn't say completely bohemian, but you can kind of imagine what type of sim this could be. We've got candles and stuff about the place. We've got a proper dresser, vanity area in this room. And then at first I was going to put the shoes by the door, because everything was being placed against the walls all the time, so I was like, we need something actually in the middle. So I go and move the shoes into the actual bookcase itself to make it look as though they are using it as a shoe rack. We've got some fairy lights along the wall as well because they matched up very nicely with the bookcase and the pictures. I actually go and put a window along the back, the side as well, because the other bedroom doesn't have any windows whatsoever, and I thought that would be really depressing. So put a plant in that corner and then move our shoes onto there as well, which makes, I always like combining that bookshelf with a shoe rack thing, because it actually makes it look as though it's functioning as two different objects. And then we've got a little painting area as well on our mat. And then we have our other double bedroom, which is completely different from all the others. It start off being really white, and then I start going into the blue tones, so it's a bit like downstairs, but it's kind of got loads of personality to it. So we go starting off putting our bookshelves in, and then we kind of go from there. There's lots of posters and everything up on the walls. You kind of imagine that they're into lots of different things. And we have one of the city living double beds, because especially now that beds can be upgraded, so you can use any type of bed that you want. And you can kind of imagine that the sim is interested in loads of different stuff. They've got like robotics, they've also got like their team picture, and it's got study books and everything, and they just have fun. We've got lots of sports stuff in here as well. And I completely forgot that you could change the little pile of sports equipment to have different stuff, so it don't have the same basketball about the place. So we've got like, I think it was volleyball and like this baseball stuff, and we've got a clock balancing up on the wall as well. And we also have one of the university little mascot things, because I thought it'd be quite fun if they might be trying to get into the university football team, or they want to get a scholarship to go to university via sport or something like that. So that's kind of their backstory, and they have like movie posters and graffiti up, and they've got their sports pictures up as well, so you can kind of imagine that they're sporty and go out and do loads of different stuff all the time. And I don't think their parents would appreciate their room being graffitied so much, so I thought that'd be funny if it was behind all the posters to try and disguise the fact that they'd actually painted over the top. It was really hard to pick which colour that I would go for in this room, and I thought going black really fit this room, especially as it made all the colours that we've got in here really pop and make them really bright as well. And this room is just full of stuff, because I think that the sim probably thinks that the home is like super boring and bland, so they've really overly decorated their room to make up for the fact. Then we have this really big corridor area, a little landing space, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have another seating area up here, so it's a little bit out of the way. You can kind of come up here and chill a bit if you still wanted to have some space but not be in the bedroom area, or you could come up and have a little bit more of a private conversation. And just putting a few paintings and stuff about, and we've got a little coffee table that's in the same colour as the cushions as well. One of the fun things that I wish they would implement is putting your own cushions on sofas and stuff, especially on the ones that we have in like base game and stuff that don't come with cushions, because that was before they started adding epic cushions on. So we could really customize our sofas to be like for any room whatsoever, so you could pick what color you wanted and then change that for the room. So on the outside we have this nice concrete patio area that kind of brings the inside all the way out, and then we've got some columns underneath our triangle window areas just to make it look as though it's structurally sound, because you don't want the building like toppling over. We also have our little wall trim as well, just to edge everything off, and make it look as though it's actually part of the building. It was a bit awkward around the front door because it was exactly in the place where the windows were, so I had to get rid of some of those. And outside we have a seating area that's near the actual living area, and we also have a barbecue and a little bench, picnic table around the corner as well. Also, I thought putting a heater out here as well, so if it's a little bit colder, especially if you've got seasons, then you could sit outside anyway. We do a lot of foliage and bushes around the actual garden area to make it look nice and private, because I thought using a fence wouldn't really suit this type of build. It kind of is angular and has lots of walls and stuff going on anyway, so adding some extra ones wouldn't be great. So I thought a natural barrier would be more appropriate, and I put the nice long tall trees along the at an angle, which I think fits this build perfectly, because it blocks it off and makes it a little bit more hidden, but also keeps the theme going with all our lines and everything that we've got going on, and placing a lot of bushes. Going quite clean and minimal for the outside because it's a modern build. We don't want to go over the top and putting in our bushes all over the place. So this is our natural fence. Also brought down the concrete on the other side to make a nice big driveway, and use the hidden objects to put some fancy cars. And we also have one of the nice clean walls. I don't know what type of wall that is in particular. It's probably like just a nice brick wall, hopefully, I don't know. And some pots about, just to finish it off. I thought it'd be funny to put like a plane or something. It'd be cool if they had a helicopter, but we could have scaled up the toy. We've also got a nice sculpture as well in the front garden, and I was trying to find something to put on the front and I just couldn't find it. So we are into the screenshots. It actually reminds me that I have to go in and put in the last bathroom as well before I upload this to the gallery, but we can go in and have a closer look at all the different rooms and everything and get some better angles, especially of the outside was so hard to photograph because it's an odd building. But I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.